Um, I don't know. It seemed like every time I caught the ball, they kind of went like in a zone in a sense. So it's kind of confusing at times, but we'll watch film and be ready.
The Lakers survived a physical Game 2 with a fantastic game plan by JJ Redick, along with some very high IQ plays from the Lakers. Of course, having Luka Doncic drop a triple-double made a big difference, but it was the Lakers' evolving defense throughout the night that confused Anthony Edwards and some great instinctual plays that has this series tied at 1 game apiece. But before we get to that, if there's one feeling I can recreate from childhood, it's the anticipation of opening up cards. Today's video is sponsored by Arena Club Interest. Back in my day, I was actually a baseball guy and collected a decent amount of baseball cards. Just looking at these, we got some major throwbacks with Chen-Mei Wang and Baby Zach Greinke, and now, Arena Club makes card collecting easier with their digital slab packs. They offer 6 different slab packs at different values, from diamond all the way down to miscellaneous. They'll show what cards are possible and the hit rates for each one. So I bought the Ruby slab pack. Now the best part is that once you get your card, Arena Club will make you an instant offer. I ripped a Keontae George card, and if you don't like it, Arena will buy it back and you can then buy a new card. So right now, you can get 20% off your first slab pack or card purchase by going to arenaclub.com/DanielLee and use code DanielLee. That's 20% off your first purchase. Now, back to the video. In Game 1, the Timberwolves hit 21 threes because the Lakers had given Edwards too much space to drive. Even though they had multiple guys surrounding him, they were not good at the point of attack, and Edwards had created wide open 3 after 3. Because the Lakers don't have a great defensive personnel, a lot of people weren't sure if they could slow the Timberwolves down, but JJ Redick had an answer. In Game 2, Redick's entire game plan revolved around making sure Anthony Edwards couldn't get downhill. On this one, Ant's trying to come off a screen, and Reeves top blocks so he tries to go around. LeBron picks him up, and on the pick and roll, Ant gets trapped, and Conley takes his pull-up 3 over the taller Jackson Hayes. On the very next possession, Ant tries that pick and roll again and he gets blitzed. While that pump fake works, Hayes' length helps him block that shot. So now knowing that he's gonna see a blitz, the Wolves make their first adjustment. Gobert fakes the pick and roll by moving down into the paint, so it's now a one-on-one for Edwards and he draws free throws. Now Hayes ended up picking up his second foul, so he's gotta go to the bench. With a smaller lineup, the Lakers switch the ball screen and then cover the gaps. Notice how LeBron and Luka come really high off their guy. If you notice, DiVincenzo had also tried to move to get Luka out of there, but LeBron tells him to stay. And for this reason, Ant thinks that this is a zone, but LeBron just wants Luka there so Ant can't drive in that gap. So he drives left and that ball is swung out, and the Lakers will live with a Randall pull-up 3. Here's another one, Ant's up top, and LeBron comes even higher this time, which basically makes this a soft double. Ant has to then give it up before Reeves gets called for a foul. Notice how often LeBron was in this help position. That's because he's smart enough to know what chances he can take. Most guys would be scared to leave this guy in the corner, but LeBron covers Edwards' passing lane so he can't throw it over him. As a result, it's much harder to take advantage of mismatches. Ant wants to drive on Austin Reeves, but with LeBron sitting in that gap, he'd rather take the 3 instead. Where Edwards had gotten into more trouble was when he was on the wing. Because he's the only guy on that side, every single Laker can zone up on him, which essentially gives him no choice but to shoot the shot. This entire defense is known as boxes and elbows. It's a man defense, but it looks like a zone because 4 guys are just sitting in the paint watching the ball handler. And JJ Redick and LeBron had talked about what makes this so effective.
Boxes and elbows. I hate it. I don't like it. I don't like catching on the wing and sitting on the wing and allowing a defender X5 to come over and tilt, strong side, cleanse itself, and just stay there. X4, X3, or X2, get to sit inside the big on the other side, and now you got the boxes and the elbows covered. There's not much advantage when I'm sitting on the wing and I have 4 guys staring at me. If I have more time in the shot clock, I'm going to rearrange the alignment to make it better for not only me, but for the team.
So the Lakers are basically testing Ant's ability to read defenses. For example, 4 guys are staring at him, and he probably should throw the lob to Gobert, but he'd rather ISO and take this jumper instead. Where Minnesota found some success was when they only had one guy on the right side. That gives Edwards more space to drive, and while that pass is high, it creates the driving lane for a score. Then to end the quarter, the Lakers are in that soft double until Alexander Walker moves to the right side. He tells McDaniels to come up, so now it's just him on that right side. Ant gets the switch and then crosses up Rui, and it's a wide open paint. So by clearing the wing, Ant could get ahead of steam and get closer to the rim. By the end of the third, Edwards had 23 points, and it was time for JJ Redick to make his final adjustment. While he couldn't put multiple guys in front of him, what the Lakers could do is force Ant to pick the ball up earlier, putting him farther from the basket. With 4 minutes to go, Edwards has a great matchup with Rui, but LeBron jabs, so he backs it out, then tries again. LeBron jabs, which prompts the pass, and Luka is there to contest the shot. Just 2 minutes later, it's Finney Smith's turn. Ant has Austin Reeves, and DFS jabs, so Ant has to pick the ball up, and now there's a bunch of traffic in the paint. And with this strategy, Edwards did not score in the fourth quarter. This sort of preparation is really what makes the difference between JJ and Darvin Ham, and allows you to sniff out plays much faster. In Game 1, the Wolves had killed the Lakers with this play, where DiVincenzo came off the screen and then he drove and kicked it for a wide open 3. But in Game 2, they tried running a variation of this. Right after the dribble handoff though, LeBron calls out the screen before it happens, so Gobert doesn't even try to screen, and the Wolves play is completely blown up. Later in the first, the Wolves are about to run an inbound play, and the Lakers tell Luka and Gabe Vincent to switch matchups, and you'll see that Gabe Vincent is on Naz Reid. This looks like a mismatch, but that's because Alexander Walker is coming up, so Vincent can now switch onto him, and there's no mismatch. The play is supposed to be for DiVincenzo, so Reeves cuts that off, and now he's forced into a really long 3. This sort of awareness also works on the offensive end. In Game 1, Luka Doncic only had 1 assist because he was busy trying to isolate mismatches on the perimeter. But in Game 2, while he did do that, JJ Redick drew up some plays to get Luka and LeBron involved, and this is where instincts kick in. On this first one, they have LeBron come off Finney Smith's screen right into a mismatch, and he knocks down the jumper. So next time down, the Wolves are looking for that, but Finney Smith sees an opening to cut, which then puts the Wolves into complete rotation, and the ball eventually finds Doncic for an open 3. Which then leads us to the play of the night. With Luka isoing Naz Reid, he turns the ball over. Now LeBron knows that McDaniels is looking for Edwards, and knowing that his back is turned, LeBron times it up so that he strips him as he tries to secure it, and he takes it himself inside for the finish to close the game. When it comes to the playoffs, especially this year, every team is pretty evenly matched, so it's the ability to adjust quickly and make these types of reads that really carries a long way, and I hope you got a sense of why having a basketball IQ is so important. So, hope you guys enjoyed this video. If so, please like and subscribe. You can also support me on these platforms. Hope you're enjoying the playoffs, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace.